I'm sitting there looking out the window, and I think, I know what's out there. If you want the excitement, it's out there. And I'm looking out there, and I'm thinking, boy, if this isn't dull city in here. And about that time, the Lord said, aren't you glad when you get back to the motel, the knob on the door is booby-trapped? I mean, I knew how to make homemade bombs for putting light bulbs, and I had books on it, how to do it, and how to put them on door handles and stuff. And I said, yeah, I'm sure glad of that. And the Lord said, aren't you glad that some woman don't make the wrong phone call to your wife, and when you're there and she gets the telephone call? Aren't you glad about that? And I said, yeah, I'm glad about that. And the Lord said, aren't you glad the police aren't looking for you tonight, or the MP is looking for you tonight? Amen. And I said, yeah, I'm glad for that. And the Lord said, well, then this dullness pretty good, isn't it? And I remember sitting there, and I was almost crying. I thought about that verse that said, thou makest me walk in the way of good men. The kid didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't cuss, loved his wife, paid his bills, and served God. Amen. The way of good men, and keep the paths of righteousness. I thought about a passage in the Psalm that said, thy gentleness hath made me great. And I was thinking about that thing, and that God treat me the way he did that got me where I was, and now he got me with the right crowd, and the right crowd might be dull, but they're better than the old crowd. Amen. 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 I'm with all the trouble the Christians give you, I'll take them before the old crowd anyway. I ain't going back to the old crowd. Not now and not later. All right, verse 20.